Yeah, I don't ever remember feeling like this. But I'm out here in these YouTube streets. So I want you to get your fingers.
I don't know what you're doing.
I want you to
right
get
now,
your mouse.
I want you to check me out.
And I want you to check me out.
Get ready to do this. It's the relationship rehab. Like, share, and subscribe. We coming at you live. So come on, let's take a ride. Then subscribe to United Guns of America. Just click that link and listen up to what I'm telling you. It's the relationship.
Click that link right now. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Brian Revin, and I just want y'all to subscribe to my channel. You know what I'm saying? I want you to let me know what you think. I'ma talk about some things, you can talk about some things, and we can do our thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all about having a conversation, right? I mean, if we can't talk to each other, then, I mean, what are we really here for? I want y'all to be able to just come over to my channel, talk to me about what's going on with you, and I can tell you what's going on with me, and we can build some things. You know what I'm saying? That's all about growth, baby. So click that link, go ahead and swipe on your phone, whatever you gotta do. Share my content. It's just get me out here, baby. Cause we just talking, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I like doing what I'm doing because it's about the people. It's about us having a conversation with each other. It's about us discussing whatever needs to be discussed. And on these YouTube streets, this is the best place to do it, baby. Like, share, and subscribe. That's right. Click the link. Click the link. Yeah. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's out here that's already subscribed. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all ain't the first one, and y'all ain't the last one. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody that click the link, that click the share, and then subscribe to your boy. Cause we gon' grow this thing together, baby. Relationship rehabbing, United Guns of America. To the world, blow up, baby. Yeah. Click the link, baby. Click the link, baby. Yeah. Hey, I just want to send a shout out to all y'all. I love y'all. That's why I do this. It's for the love of us, baby. I appreciate all of y'all. Ooh, we gon' do this thing. We gon' do this thing right here, baby. Hey, look, if you at a computer right now, just go ahead and click your link. What else you got to lose, baby? Tell me what you think. Hit the comment section. You can jump on the live panel. We do it all here. That's what it's all about. So come holler at your boy. I've been doing this for years, but I just got onto this YouTube thing. So hey, let's see what it do and where it can go.
To United Guns of America. Just click the link and listen up to what I'm telling you.
I did not do this. I did not do this. I did not do this, Your Honor. I am not suicidal. I am not suicidal. If something happens to me when I go back there, just so everybody know, I am not suicidal. I'm not suicidal. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Brian Revin, and yes, we back one more again with the relationship rehab on tonight. Look. Y'all know good and goddamn well I wasn't gonna let this shit slide. Nope. I couldn't. I just wasn't gonna let this slide. This came. This just had to come my way. I have to do this. You know, it's just certain things in life you have to do. I gotta do this. Just like how Riggs and Murtaugh had to ask Jet Li how he took that slide off that Beretta. They had to go ask him at the end. I had to do this. I got to do it. I just got to do it. Yes. This here is this is the reason why, or one of the reasons why I love to do what it is I do. This right here. It's shows like this because you talking about being in my wheelhouse, you talking about being in my lane. This is it. This is what I'm here for.
If I ain't never thought I ever had a purpose, this is it right here. I done figured it out on tonight. I was sit here some 48 years ago for this moment right here to talk about this here nigga Jussie Smollett just a little bit. Just a little bit. That's just I just feel it in my bones. My spirit is telling me, it's telling me this is what I need to be doing. This is it. But I'm telling y'all right now. Now I'm gonna let the cat out the bag. I know some people in the chat was already doing it. The nigga's out of jail. This nigga's already out. He's already out of jail. And look, I'm not hating on this dude. I'm not hating on him. My thing is I'm so sick and tired. Sick and tired, Cletus. I'm tired, Cletus. I'm sick and tired of niggas just not wanting to be responsible for the shit they do. They just don't want to be responsible. I want to do what I want to do, and if shit go left, I don't want to have to pay nothing. I don't want to have to do nothing. I don't want to have to be responsible for nothing. This is what we are. This is why we are in the situations that we are in as a people. This for the people. This is about the people. This is about the people. It's one of those things. Oh, no, you good, John. It's all good. I was going to say it anyway. I just didn't have it. It was too long to put in the title. I just didn't want to put all that shit in the title. But this is the reason why we have so many problems, because this ain't just about the court system. This is about us as black folks. This is about us as black people. This is about us. We talk about all of the shit that we want as a people. We talk about how we've been mistreated. We've been lied on. We've been hoodwinked, led astray. Plymouth Rock. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. And all of the shit that we talk, but then we see shit like this and we don't say nothing. Like ain't nobody done nothing. We just, soon as we see the fuck shit that we do this. Yeah, so what y'all think them Bears gonna do? Y'all think you think Poles gonna get it together? Yeah, I like Ryan Poles, man. You heard about Khalil Mack getting traded? What? Khalil Mack get traded? That's what we do. We gone off into some other shit. We act like it ain't there. And I'm so tired of it. And you know what else I'm tired of? I'm tired of this nigga that uses the Hassan Campbell name. Hey, you know what? I wanted to see how long he was going to do it. I really did. I said, I wonder how long this nigga's going to continue to do this. Because we all know that that's not Hassan Campbell. We all know this. But he feels the need to come into the chat every show damn near and give me some good old praise. And it's like, dude, be yourself. Whoever you are, Hassan Campbell, fake, just be yourself, man. Go ahead, create yourself another Gmail account, make it your name, or make it about a hobby or something that you like to do that don't sound crazy, and just come back and be a part of the show, man. You don't have to come in here posing as somebody else, all right? Yes, I know you're in your basement and your mama's gonna have to send you to bed in a little while, even though you're a grown-ass man and you're sitting in your basement drinking your Monster energy drink, and in between you going playing your game on Twitch and beating off, you tune in to me. But I'm just telling you, you don't have to do that. You can be who you want to be. You don't have to be somebody else. What's my nigga? You can be a doctor. You can be a lawyer. You can be anything, baby. Just don't be like me. But be yourself. Yeah. All right. So, without further ado, let me get to my favorite part of the show, and then we're going to go ahead and get into this show, because I don't want to do that. There we go.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder.
He said, I bring out
this
the
is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
The idiots are always here. I just try my best to overlook them. I'll entertain them sometimes until they become a problem. That's when I'll say, all right, hold on. Shout out to my man Tazman, became a platform supporter. Tazman, you, sir, are on a new level.
I'm on a new level. I'm on it. I'm on a new level. I'm on it. I'm on a new level. I'm on it. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new.
Yeah, buddy. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for becoming a good old fashioned member, and you're now in the membership, baby. But I do want to get into the show. And did you guys know shout out to my brother Eric. I don't know if he in here or not. They about to take away daylight saving time. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. If you haven't noticed it, they told my brother Easy told me about it today. They getting rid of daylight saving time. That's what's up. Hey, shout out to my cuz Wesley T. What up, baby? Yeah, I'm at the 9500, baby. I'm steady climbing. It's a slow climb, but a climb nonetheless, baby. But it's they finally getting rid of it. I'm so glad that they're doing it. I've been waiting on this. Now I wasn't sure if they are gonna roll the time back one more time, like in November, if it's gonna go back and they leaving it back, or are they like stopping it now and we just gonna stay where we at. I don't know, but I'm so goddamn tired of changing this shit. I'm glad that they're doing it. I'm glad. I hope they roll it back in November and leave it like that, and we don't never have to fuck with the clocks again. That's what I'm hoping. But let's go ahead and let's get into the show. Let's do this. For those of you who don't know, Jussie Smollett, yes, the French actor from as my man Dave Chappelle says, the French actor from Empire, he had committed one of the most, not dumbest, well, no, it was dumb, but he's committed just one of the most dumbest crimes of all time. And it's doubly worse. Yes, I said doubly. It's doubly worse because he's black. But he's black. And I don't know who his people are, but somehow he decided to get with two Nigerians, also known as the brothers. I think we done too much here with this guy, Jussie Smollett, and now I think we're going to get in trouble with the police. And they literally staged a hate crime. And they made it to be that the perpetrators of this hate crime was some white boys wearing MAGA hats. I ain't got my MAGA hat. It's too old, yeah. Wearing MAGA hats, poured bleach on this boy, put a noose around this boy, put a noose around his neck, and hold on, that ain't even the kicker. Y'all want to hear the kicker? Shall I tell them this shit happened on the coldest night in Chicago on the north side? It was 22 below motherfucking zero. Yes. And if anybody, and I mean anybody, knows anything about Chicago, you know good and goddamn well don't nobody, white, black, Hispanic, Asian, don't nobody commit crimes when it's below zero. It just don't happen. If there's one thing that the criminal element respects in Chicago, it is below I was about to say below Jussie. Below zero weather. Yes. So him and the brothers came and staged this whole thing. He called the police, had the police out there in 22 below. And that right there, that is when I was like, oh no, fuck that. He got to pay for this. And that's what happened. So they found his ass guilty. And then they came back and they sentenced his ass just the other day. Now, it is right up front. The sentence, I think, could have been just a little longer. I think, and here's what I'm going to say. I don't think he should have went to prison. I think he should have went to jail like they got him. But I believe that what the sentence I would have gave him if I was Judge Redmond, I'd have gave his ass 364 days because he didn't deserve to serve a year, but I would have gave him a year because he's only going to do like half of that time because of the day for day you get in Cook County. You get day for day, you get good time and all of that. So you don't serve, day for day for what you don't serve every day because you get so many bonus time, good time and all that kind of stuff. So I would have gave him 364 days, which would have been right up on the year, so he ain't got to go to prison. And then I would have gave him that time knowing he would have did roughly about 6 months. That's what I think should have been justified for him to do, about 6 months. That's just my opinion. 6 months, a real sit down. 6 months is a real sit down. You go in there for a month will go by before you know it. 4 weekends, nigga, you back home. 2 months, you back home. You can mentally prepare yourself to do about 60 days. Even on the goddamn TV show, them people can do 60 days in. Right? But I would say this. For you doing the shit that you did and then the way that you did it, and never one time, that motherfucker never once said he was sorry. He never once apologized. He never once said, yeah, I fucked up. Nope, never took no accountability for it. And the fact that he's out of jail now is because, well, he gets to appeal it, which is, I knew he was going to do that anyway. But I would have gave his ass 6 months because even when he do all this little stupid shit he's doing, you still going to have to sit your ass down for 6 months. That's what I would have did. That's exactly what I would have done. So they didn't do that. He was in there, I think, like 4 days or 5 days, and now the nigga's out because he's going through the appeal process. And they're going to just, string it along and take as long as they can. And, hey, he got to serve 150 days, which turns out to really be about 75 days. He done already served, I think, 5 days already. So he really going to roughly probably maybe, if we lucky, he'll serve maybe about 65 days when it's all said and done, which is about 2 months, a little bit over 2 months maybe. But I just think he should have actually served that time because the resources that you did, I mean, I get the fact that you lied. Yeah, you should pay for that. But the resources that you did, that you wasted, and you made the city look bad. That's my thing too. You made the city look bad. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and run these videos and we're going to break this down. I'm going to point out some major things about this. And like I said, I'm getting to the point of this being a thing where we hate to be responsible for the shit we do, but yet and still we complain about every fucking thing that we don't like. And I cannot understand that. And I hate that about niggas. I do. I just do. I really do. But without further ado, let's do this.
Attorneys for Jussie Smollett are turning to the state appellate court in hopes of getting the actor out of jail.
WGN's Jackie Bang breaks down the family's concerns in today's emergency motion.
I need him out of jail.
An impassioned plea for release from 44-year-old JoJo Smollett, the older brother of Jussie Smollett. The former Empire star has begun serving his 150-day sentence at the Cook County Jail after a jury convicted him for lying to police about being a victim of a hate crime. His attorney filed an emergency motion to either stay his sentence or set bail.
And hold on, can somebody please tell me this? Are y'all listening? Can somebody please help me with this? Where the fuck is this nigga's eyebrow? Do y'all see this smooth face ass nigga here? Man, that motherfucker look like an alien. He look like Roger off of American Dad. Why is all of this shit smooth? This nigga has no, nigga, where's your stash? This nigga has no stash. He has no beard. I'm cool with that. But then this nigga takes it even further. He has no eyebrows. It's like he went to the barber and was like, yeah, let me get a number 1, or better yet, give me a 0 blade across all of this here. And you know what, while you at it, knock these shits off too. And the barber was like, all right, boss. Nigga, where is your fucking eyebrows at? See these? You see that there? And they don't have to be big. You ain't got to get no unibrow or no shit like that. You ain't got to get the AD special. But can you at least get just a children's kit? God damn, this nigga ain't got no facial hair. He like, fuck that. I ain't got time for that.
Attorney Nenye Uche argues threats on social media, quote,
I think I just realized why he does not have any eyebrows. It is because of where he is from. In his country, they do not do the eyebrows. It costs too much. You think I got time to brush these fucking eyebrows? No way. Listen to this nigga name.
Uche argues threats on Nenye Uche argues Attorney Nenye Uche argues Attorney Nenye Uche argues Attorney Nenye Uche argues.
Nigga, that sounds like some shit you can die from. Yeah, you know, my grandfather back in 1941, yeah, he died from a Nenye Uche. Oh, for real? Yeah, man, it's before they got the cure, man. That motherfucker, he's one of the ones before they made the cure, man. He died from a Nenye Uche. Yeah, that Uche is a motherfucker. I know I ain't shit, but goddamn it.
Threats on social media, quote, no doubt reflects the hatred and wish for physical harm towards Smollett, which he may experience during incarceration. In addition, he says, while Smollett is in protective custody, it really means he's in, quote, solitary confinement, a situation.
And you would think that Jussie Smollett, you would think that he would love to be in jail. It's kind of like him being on, it's kind of like Freaknik for gay men. I mean, it's hedonism for guys. It's like you would think he would be like, so you gonna give me 150 days, huh? Bitch, I'm gonna do them 150 days and I'm gonna do it the way I want to do it, bitch. Take me to jail. You would think he would be like, let me go ahead and knock this out, knock back a few dicks, and then I'll be back out here in the world before you know it. I'm going to go up in this, I'm going to go up in this jail, I'm going to get chose, I'm going to be about that wife life for about 6 months, then I'm back out here on these Empire streets. I'm going to do a book, and I'm back, bitches. You would think he would just do his time. Not him. Now he got all these reasons why he can't do time.
Which could have extraordinary damage on his mental health.
And when you convey the risk.
Hey, my man Left Dirt said Jussie still hiring Nigerians. I guess he got a thing. Hey, I'm gonna say this. I don't care what nobody say. Oh yes, that nigga got a thing for Nigerians. Yeah, where he was kicking it with the brothers. Oh yeah, I know them brothers was doing some I think Jussie's trying to fuck me. Better yet, I think Jussie wants me to fuck him. He has enough money, though. I think I'm going to do it. Until I can get as big as Billy Blanks, I'm going to be gay for the stay.
Next to the reason that he's there, there's no reason for him to be in prison.
The family.
Why do they think that he should not be in jail? He's not in prison. You get your shit right. It's a difference between jail and prison. Don't let no motherfucker tell you different. There's a difference between jail and prison. Believe that. But why do they think that this nigga should not have to serve any time, pay any penalties for what the fuck he did? The fact that they're still just saying he didn't do this. All of the evidence, and I'm telling you, if you watch, even if you just watch, I was on the fence about playing the judge's sentencing, because he really pretty much walked this shit down from the beginning all the way to the sentencing. He really did. The evidence, hear me, y'all. The evidence is overwhelming. It is overwhelming evidence. It's not just, it's kind of 50-50. It could have been a little conspiracy. No, it is overwhelming, dude. The text messages. These niggas went and literally, hear me when I say this, these niggas went and rehearsed this shit. They did a fucking dress rehearsal. These motherfuckers went out and was on set and dress rehearsal this whole fucking thing. Okay, and then what's gonna happen? Only thing I don't think they didn't what they call that shit, not whiteboarding, storyboard. That's the only thing these motherfuckers I don't think they did or they had the evidence of. But they damn sure did a fucking dress rehearsal. They damn sure was on location like a motherfucker on the set several times. And the motherfuckers, the only thing they didn't do was do the storyboard. That's when they actually like draw themselves in the picture. Like, see, brother, this is you. Number one, this is you. Yeah. And then, and yeah, this is you coming in after that. Yeah, then you come and hit. That's what they were doing. That's what they were doing. Yes. And then after they did all of that, they even have the payment. How this nigga thought it was cool to pay these niggas with a check, I have no idea. That dude could have went to any fucking bank except for that. He could have went to any bank except for that Bank of America down in motherfucking Atlanta where Ryan Coogler went. And he could have withdrew that money real quiet like and gave them cash. Who the fuck does a crime like that and pays check? Why not go and get the cash? It was only like $3,800. And if they would have asked him about it, he could have been like, oh shit, I went to the motherfucking stripper club in Boys Town and I made it rain. He could have said that. I went shopping. I went out to eat. I wanted some. He could have went with the old Simi from Coming to America. He could have said, but Akeem, do not take my pocket money. He could have told them that. Oh, that $3,800? Yeah, that was pocket money. That's what I just carry around with me. It's for taxis and Ubers. He could have did that. They wouldn't have been able to say shit. Nah, this nigga gonna write a check out. I was surprised he didn't put in the memo payment for Brothers acting.
Released a recorded racist and homophobic phone threat sent anonymously, claiming someone obtained the number from the jail. A statement from the Cook County Sheriff's Office says Smollett's safety is a primary concern and encourages his family to report threats to police. A frustrated mayor also responded to the latest.
No, that is not Michael Jackson Thriller. No, that is not Blair Underwood's grandmother. That is the mayor of Chicago, who apparently has the biggest dick in the city.
Events in the Smollett case.
And I hope that there will be a moment in his life, and maybe over the course of the next now 140 plus days, that he will have a moment of reflection and regret for what he has done, and at some point come to accept responsibility for the crime that he committed.
The mayor also said she hopes the city can get.
This bitch makes almost $300,000 a year and is still buying off the rack. Do y'all see how this bitch looks? She is, I want to say her salary is like $285,000 a year, some shit like that. It's an insane amount of fucking money. And look at this bitch. It looked like she got that motherfucking suit out of another nigga's closet and said, I'm gonna wear this. It's like she was at another nigga's house and was like, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and just take this suit. I'm gonna wear this tomorrow. I'm gonna be doing some press and I gotta wear this. Cuz said that's E.T. Nigga, that's something. Do you see that? There's no fucking way I could be making $300,000 a year and I got a suit that looked like that on me. Look at the sleeves. She needs to go, please, can somebody please send this bitch to Taylor's Row? If you are in Chicago and you need a tailor, please go to Taylor's Row. It is one of the best tailor in the city. Taylor's Row, custom suits, custom shirts, custom everything. Go holler at Daddy-O. He is the man. Taylor's Row, right over there on 75th. Go and holler at the coldest to ever do it. I mean, everything on her looks terrible. Look at that shit.
He committed.
The mayor also said.
That bitch thinks she's walking too. She's walking. Yes, indeed, she's walking. That bitch thinks she got swag. She needs a fucking barber and a fucking tailor ASAP. It's fucking ridiculous.
She hopes the city can get restitution from Smollett for the resources that were, quote, wasted investigating the fake crime. Jackie Bang, WGN News.
Jackie Bang. Boom, 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 boom. Jackie Bang. That's all the Chicago niggas get that. Bang it. I guess here's my thing too. Let's just say Jussie Smollett was my cousin. And he was my cousin, and this shit went down. I'm going to tell you how Jussie could have gotten off on this shit. He could have gotten off, and he could have not had to do any time if he would have done one thing. Does anybody know what he could have done to actually get out of this shit? What would have been his golden ticket to get out of this? I wonder if somebody else has it figured out. I don't know. I might have said it in another show about this previously, but I wonder if anybody knows what do y'all think he could have did to get out of this? Because he got a lot of boxes already checked. Number one, he's a celebrity. Number two, he's gay. And number three, he's black. But he's black. Here's how he could have gotten off. He would have had to take a hit. It would have been a little embarrassing, but because people actually love a comeback story. We all do. We all love to see the Phoenix effect. Yes, partially there, Bossa Queen. He should have apologized and should have said the reason why he did it is because he was on drugs and he's mentally ill. He's battling mental illness. He could have pulled the bipolar thing, the depression thing, because the bipolar is extreme highs and extreme lows. He could have mixed that in, said he was on drugs, and that's why he did it. The brothers was taking advantage of him, and that's why he did something as stupid as sign a check as opposed to just, paying them cash. And he could have if he would have apologized, said that he was on drugs, and said that he was mentally ill, they would have got him off. That would have got him off. He could have been the poster boy that had he got the whole gambit covered. He would literally have become untouchable. You gay, you black, you're black, and you're bipolar, and you're on drugs, and you sorry? Shit, nigga, that's the infinity gauntlet. Woo. He would have had the infinity gauntlet with that move right there. Why him and his defense never took it? Hey, should have been my friend Jussie. I would have got your ass off. And I'd be like, look, nigga, I know you only getting like $2 million from these motherfuckers, but you got to hit me with at least 50,000 after this shit is over, so I can get paid too. Then hit me with another 50,000 after they do your story or you write this book. But that's what he should have did, because no judge would have wanted to be the judge that put him in jail and him have an episode, something happened to him, he go crazy, he get nuts, or some shit like that happens, and then it's like, oh, well, had he never been in there and had the proper help, this wouldn't have never happened. That's what it would have been. Shout out to my man Nickel City Don. Hit your boy with $20. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. But that's what the fuck he should have did. Shout out to Troy Sherman. Hit your boy with $1. And shout out to Nikki Watson. Hit your boy with $10. I appreciate you. That's what he should have did, and he would have been good. Click that like button while y'all watching this. Let's go ahead and let's hit the next one. And even if you're watching it on the replay, click the damn like button, baby. Why is this shit not fucking moving? There we go. All right.
All right, let's go to Charlie DeMar. He has been, of course, covering this for us from the very beginning. He broke this case when it first happened over 3 years ago. And Charlie, you've been in the courtroom all day. So All right, it's a lot to cover, but are there any nuances that you were able to see from your vantage point that we were unaware of, including Jussie Smollett interacting with his team? Anything that really stood out to you?
And Erica, before we dive into that, I do want to throw over to Jussie Smollett's older brother, JoJo, who's speaking right now. So let's go over to that right now.
He spoke about his arrogance.
Dalvin, Casey.
He doesn't know the struggles my brother is encountering. He doesn't know anything that he's dealing with. He doesn't know anything that he's dealing with. He spent all that time shaming him. In 2022, we don't shame people like this. All right?
What the fuck does that mean? In 2022, we don't shame people. And that explains the abrasion on your palm. How in the fuck are we in a place in our country, in today's world, and that's what we're saying? You don't shame people. So you telling me that this dude fucking staging a fucking hate crime, he shouldn't be ashamed for that? He shouldn't be shamed for that? We shouldn't talk about him because of that? What if a white person did this? I'm going to say it because I don't give no fuck. I'm going to say it. What if a white person did this? Shout out to Cosmo's Keyblade. Hit your boy with $5. Can't hit the join, but here's a 5 since it's been a minute. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. But why? What would happen and what would we be saying if a white person staged a crime, said it was some black guys that did this, and then it turned out that it wasn't? Niggas would lose their mind. Niggas' heads would literally explode. In 2022, we don't shame people for doing fuck shit. Man, JoJo, no.
He basically called him a mental case, all right? If you look at that testimony, he basically reiterated and regurgitated all the prosecutors said. There was no independence. This is a duly elected judge in Cook County. He's supposed to be elected by the people, not just a stooge and a rubber stamp for the prosecutors. And I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed. Your name again, sir? My name is JoJo Smollett. I'm his oldest brother.
Okay. JoJo Smollett. Look at how that nigga look. He look like a villain, don't he? It looks like he's the guy that has like the little the long mustache and be like, yeah. He look like he got that look to him.
Yeah.
I have something I want to say quickly.
Your name, ma'am?
My name is Jussie Smollett. I'm his older sister. First of all, I want to say my brother is innocent. My brother Jussie is innocent. This should not be a controversial statement because it is the absolute truth.
If there's one thing that's true about all of these motherfuckers, I will say this because I will tip my hat. All of these motherfuckers are good actors. Just hear that. All of these motherfuckers are good actors. Just saying. They fucking will put on a fucking show. Talk about fucking talented motherfuckers. Yes, they are talented. They all got some level of skill when it comes to acting. Most of us today will call it just lying, but either way, they're good at it. I could imagine how fucked up it would be to be in a relationship with one of these motherfuckers and y'all have a disagreement. These motherfuckers are gonna put on a motherfucking show.
What should be controversial is the entire miscarriage of justice this whole ordeal has been. I pray peace over my brother. I pray the peace of God over my brother.
How do you just lie like that and then go right into praying peace in the blood of Jesus and pleading the blood? How do you do that? It's like there are so many things that we as black folks, we just trivialize. We turn things that really used to mean something to us and we just make it to where it's just trivial. It really means nothing. I will get up here and lie through my fucking teeth knowing my brother ain't shit, knowing my brother did this shit for attention and for money, trying to get paid and to stay relevant. I know that's why he did it. But I'm going to come up here as opposed to just not saying nothing. Now I'm going to get up here and I'm going to come up here with some motherfucking lies that's going to be told at this here dinner table on tonight. That's what I'm going to do.
There have been a lot of lies said around this dinner table here tonight, but that you can't believe.
And all victims of oppression and hate. I pray that we can do better as a world.
A world.
May the God of peace be with you. Shalom.
The world, Craig. The world.
Your name, sir?
My name is Jussie Smollett. I
was waiting on this one. This nigga name is Jockey. JoJo, Jockey, Jazzy. My name is Jussie Smollett. My name is Jussie Smollett. My name is JoJo Smollett. My name is Jazzy Smollett. Boy, what kind of name is that? Jockey. I bet you it is Jockey. Jockey, but everyone calls me Jackie. I'm Jackie Smollett. Jockey Smollett.
Jussie's youngest brother.
Jussie's
My brother does not deserve this. I watched my brother go from being a complete...
Hey, look, y'all see that nigga in the background? This nigga right here with the fake Gucci red, black, and green mask on. Yeah, that's going to be the icing on the cake. Just hang tight with that nigga.
Victim, which he still is. He was attacked, and he is now going to jail for being attacked. I saw my brother get locked up within...
That's not true, Jockey. He's going to jail because he attacked himself. He's going to jail because he paid people, the brothers, to actually attack him so that he could actually get relevancy, get attention, and increase his fame. That's why he's in jail. He's not a victim. He did it to himself, Jockey. That's what he did. Yes, Jockey. He did it to himself.
2 weeks for being attacked. Do you know how crazy that is? They want to say in that court and say that he's the reason why folks aren't going to report hate crimes. They're the reason why folks aren't going to report hate crimes.
They're the reason why folks don't want to report hate crimes. It's not. So I know this is going to be a shocker. And if anybody who knows Jockey, please play this part for him. Jockey, it's not a hate crime when you pay your friends to do it. I'm sorry. I know I'm being radical. I know that I'm being a coon. I know this right now. I'm not serving my people. I know this. But Jockey, it is not a hate crime when you pay your black friends to do racist things to you. I'm sorry. It's just, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You can't pay your Nigerian friends to commit hate crimes against yourself and then say you're the victim of a hate crime. So basically what you're saying, Jockey, is that he's a victim of a hate crime that he paid people to commit against himself. I'll say that one more time. Basically, Jussie Smollett is saying that Jussie Smollett is a victim of a hate crime that he paid black people to do to himself. Yep, there it is. And this is what's wrong with niggas. This is what's wrong with black folks. This is what's wrong with the black community. This is what's wrong and why niggas can't get nowhere as a whole. This is why we can't elevate. This is why we can't change our situations. This is why we can't develop. We can't grow. We can't get ours. We can't rise up. We can't get our piece of the pie. This is why. Because when people get to say shit like this, it makes other people look to say, oh, these niggas think we all the way stupid. Fuck them. That's just what it is. It ain't just one person saying this, because if it was one person saying it, you would chalk it up and be like, oh, that motherfucker just crazy. This nigga's whole family is saying it. This nigga has gotten civil rights leaders to fucking say this shit. He done got fucking old ass Jesse Jackson. He done got Operation Push. He done got Al Sharpton and all of these old ass niggas that used to be on the front lines of the civil rights movement. They all trying to get this nigga out of jail. For what? It's 70 days, man. 70 days. Somebody wiser, somebody older should have told him, hey, boy, you did this shit. Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out my face, Blue. Sit your ass down. That's what somebody should have just told him. That's what he needs to hear. I know you don't want to do this. I know you pissed off. I know you mad that the shit didn't go the way that you planned. Son, look here. Shut up, take your L, and come back harder than you did. You're young. You got plenty of time to turn this shit around. Everybody loves a comeback story. Hey, man, go ahead and just take your L, man.
None of you believed it.
None of y'all believed it. We have letters from the NAACP, President Derek Johnson himself. We have letters from Rainbow Push Coalition. We have letters from the Innocence Project, all saying that he should not be in jail. And they put him in jail. That judge chastised him. He chastised my brother. He does not deserve this.
He definitely does deserve to be chastised. He fucked up royally. He played a game, went too far, and now he's getting what the fuck he deserved. Why you think he don't need to sit his ass down? I don't know. I don't know. But hell yeah, he needs to.
Attacked. Do people never once think, even the folks who are naysayers, do you ever once think what happens if he's telling the truth?
What he means by naysayers are people that actually acknowledge the truth. People that looked at the case. People that saw the evidence. People that really knows what the fuck happened and really aren't gonna believe this lying shit that they're trying to do. They're literally, I mean, flat out. I'm not talking about difference of opinion. I'm not talking about seeing shit different ways. These motherfuckers are straight lying.
He's telling the truth.
Do y'all ever think about how poorly you feel in that situation? He's in jail for 5 months. That is unacceptable for being attacked. It is not his fault that folks are not going to believe survivors anymore. He is a survivor.
Yeah, it is, because he paid the brothers to do it. I just like saying He paid them to do this, sir. Why do you think that that's not true? I have no fucking idea. But I'm quite sure if there was a way to prove that he didn't do that, that shit would have been presented. He did the shit, man.
Survivor, and he has been completely mistreated, and this has to stop.
And you know what? And out of all of these motherfuckers that's talking, none of them, not once, not one single person has come with a shred of factual evidence. None of them have said anything about factual data. Nobody, not nan one of these motherfuckers will ask, look at the evidence and when this happened. How could this have happened if this didn't happen? How could this have happened if he did this? How come if he would have did this, how come this did? There was none of that. These motherfuckers just up here grandstanding, literally. Make a lot of noise, be passionate, and give some hand gestures and say that he did not do this and just keep saying it. And that's it.
Please do your investigative journalism work.
And there they go.
I'm Jussie Smollett's grandmother.
A remarkable moment there, and we have seen, let's listen to grandma.
From being abducted into the prison system. You know it, and you guys got to do more investigating.
Jussie Smollett's grandmother. And we have seen, let's listen to grandma.
From being abducted into the prison system. You know it, and you guys got to do more investigating.
Hey, the dude who just said, and now we listen to the grandmother, don't he sound like the dude that be on people's court that be like, we got some papers for you to sign right there. Just step on to the back. Thank you. Well, there you have it. Let's get this person's side. Listen to him again.
Reporting. Grandmother.
A remarkable moment there, and we have seen, Let's listen to Grandma.
Let's listen to
being
Grandma.
abducted into the prison system. You know it. And you guys got to do more investigative reporting, more investigation, okay? Thanks.
Can you say, Molly, do you his comments after the sentencing,
No.
the reiteration, the repeating that he's not suicidal, are you worried about what's going to happen to him in prison? Why do you think he said that?
He just wanted to reassure us. He wanted to reassure us.
So that was for you?
He's innocent, okay? Like so many in prison that shouldn't be there.
Would you mind?
Get the white collar guys, okay? Who are really making money, who are really corrupt.
Actually, they just did. He is a white collar guy. Somebody get y'all grandmama off this goddamn mic. See, grandma, she don't understand none of this shit. So she's actually more inclined to be the most honest out of all of them. And yes, she's right. Y'all all do need to do some more investigative reporting. And they did. And that's how they was able to find out that this motherfucker did this shit. So yes, thank you so much, Grandma Molly. You are so right. They do need to do more investigative reporting because they got to the fucking truth.
We've got to do something about saving our democracy here so that we don't get another Putin.
You're right, Grandma. Instead of letting this motherfucker do what the fuck he want to do. Grandma don't even realize it, but she's supporting the actual verdict. She's actually supporting it.
Okay, I love you guys, okay?
Then hit him with I love you guys.
My name is Nate Phillips, and I would just like to say, until the person who recently occupied the White House, the judge said that Mr. Smollett was accused of lying. Well, guess what? The man that occupied the White House was accused of telling thousands of lies. And as long as he remains free, Jussie should remain free.
Okay, this is a gentleman not connected necessarily with the Smollett group, but then hearing an interesting anecdote from Grandma there.
What? Did y'all hear this nigga? Nigga ain't got nothing to do with them. Oh my God. Yes, that nigga has nothing to do with them. However, he found some kind of way to make this shit Donald Trump fault. I don't know who this motherfucker is, but I gotta admit, that old son of a bitch is quite entertaining. Yes. That nigga has nothing to do with the family. He's literally nobody. He just made his mind up. Oh, I'm going to say something on tonight on this motherfucking microphone. Yes. Watch it again.
Prison that shouldn't be there. Would you mind? Get the white collar guys, okay? Who are really making money, who are really corrupt.
Like
we better do something about saving our democracy here so that we don't get another Putin. Okay, I love you guys, okay?
My name is Nate Phillips.
This nigga name is Nate Phillips.
And I would just like to say, until the person who recently occupied the White House.
Until the person who recently occupied the White House. Fuck the nigga who's in the White House now who done lied like a motherfucker. That's why you niggas are still paying your motherfucking student loans. That's why you That's why you niggas taxes, that's why all us niggas taxes is still going the fuck up. That's why everything now costs a goddamn arm and a leg. This is the nigga, he's the reason why gas is high. Yeah, fuck all that shit. Yeah, fuck that. We just gonna do this.
The judge said that Mr. Smollett was accused of lying. Well, guess what? The man that occupied the White House was accused of telling thousands of lies.
He said thousands of lies. Nigga didn't name not one. Ain't that just like a nigga? Y'all do it all the time. Okay, tell me when. You know. Nigga, you always lying. I damn? Yeah, nigga, you always lying. You know you be lying. Okay, tell me what I lied about. You know what? You know that lie you told. Well, nigga, you just said I told thousands of lies. Surely you could find one. Surely you can tell me a half of one. Nigga, you know. You know what it is you been done did, nigga. This is what niggas do. Donald Trump has nothing to do with this entire fucking case. He has nothing to do with it. How the fuck this nigga felt the need to weave this motherfucker into it, I have no idea. Make what shirt, D.I. Brian? What it's supposed to say? Because y'all know I'm working on this shirt store. I'm getting it together. But this is my problem with niggas. Why would you come and and here's my thing. I don't care if you agree or disagree with what the fuck I'm saying. If you gonna say something as a nigga, be able to actually articulate what the fuck you're saying and put some fucking facts with it. Don't just tell me what I be doing. Don't just tell me I know what it is I be doing. Go ahead and tell me exactly what the fuck I did, or shut the fuck up and don't say that thing. You know you be killing people. What people I kill? You, nigga, you know. Fuck you, man, I don't know. You know you stole it. You know you be stealing shit. Okay, what did I steal? Nigga, you know. You be knowing what that is, nigga. You be knowing. What the fuck? What the fuck? How did you weave this man into this shit? No argument, blame Trump. I want to hear what Dion said. What did she say? It's like that shit is ridiculous. And I'm more concerned not as far as the fact that he said it, the fact that we just let the shit ride. Hundreds of people, thousands of people. You could be in a room full of niggas, and a motherfucker could say some shit there, and they'd be like, yup, you right, you got a point, shit. You know that, and that's what it is. Boy, shut the fuck up.
And as long as he remains free, Jussie should remain free.
Okay, this is...
As long as he remains free, Jussie should remain free. So fuck the fact that they said Donald Trump lied and he did this, and they actually tried to impeach this nigga twice and he beat it. Fuck that law. That don't matter. Nah, fuck that. Yeah, I know he beat it. But no, he's still lying. How? How, Nate? How, Nate? But this is what I'm telling you like this. This is exactly what niggas do. Niggas will just literally say anything. Anything. Niggas have come onto this show, onto this platform, and just said shit. And then when I hold their feet to the fire, it's like fucking like they're just fucking shocked. And then they try to back the shit up, or they try to reword it, or they just can't express a complete thought and just say what the fuck it is that they really mean, because they don't even know what it is that they're fucking saying. They're just saying some shit they done heard another motherfucker say. Stop me when I'm lying, please. Somebody should have pulled motherfucking Nate to the side and said, Nate,
sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
That's what the fuck somebody should have did with Nate.
A gentleman not connected necessarily with the Smollett group, but then hearing an interesting anecdote from Grandma there. We were trying to read into Erica what he was saying. I am not suicidal. I'm not
Please
suicidal.
click that like button, people.
She says the meaning was literal to the family, saying, don't worry about me.
Yes.
Don't worry about my mental health as I go into jail.
And he did. We could see him at different times looking around the courtroom, seeming to make eye contact and address those statements on multiple occasions to different people.
But we wondered what the meaning was.
Right.
What was he trying to say? Is he in danger? But, Grandma interpreted it as if Jussie was saying, I will be okay.
It is
in jail.
Interesting, though, that he says if anything happens to me, you know, as if to imply that...
Almost a threat to the judge. It's on you.
And it wouldn't be because it was at his own hand. At Jussie Smollett's own hand. Charlie DeMar is back with us now. I know, Charlie, before we went and heard from many of the family members here, we wanted to get your perspective. As you've been in the courtroom for all of these hours of testimony, the family on his behalf and the judge's sentence.
Yeah, as you just heard, the family, before they left court tonight, very upset. They also were shouting in the courtroom. I don't know if you were able to hear it or if the cameras picked it up. I know Jussie was obviously the center point of that shot. But from the gallery, his family members were yelling. His sister Journey kept repeating, "Stop locking our black men up," over and over again to the judge. JoJo.
Stop locking our black men up. How about this, Journey Smollett? How about this? Stop committing fucking crimes. And my thing is this too. I'm not saying that you need to throw this little young nigga under the jail. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that in the least bit. This nigga need to do 30 years and no. I'm not saying that. But you got caught doing some stupid shit. Take your L, man. Do your 60 days in jail and get the fuck on up out of there. Get the fuck up out of there, bro. Just let it be and let it be done. Just let it be done, man. Get it done and over with and move on with your life. The time, the money that you're spending doing all of this shit, I get it. It's helping you to stay relevant for a time, but it's going to get to the point to where it's going to be like, man, I'm tired of this nigga. And then people ain't going to want to hear from you at all.
You just heard from here. He also had words for the judge. As you saw, Jussie Smollett was walked out of the courtroom. Throughout the day, you know, Jussie chose not to address the court on his own behalf before sentencing. But in that dramatic moment, both seated, sitting down right after he learned his sentence, he had a lot to say. And also as he was being walked away, where he will now spend the next 151 days behind jail. I believe we do have that queued up.
I am not suicidal. That's what I was saying. Watch this shit. Okay. I'm not suicidal. Okay. I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal.
And this right here is straight acting. This is all that shit that the newscast was talking about. He was trying to let his mama know. He was trying to let his family know that he's okay and he's not. He could have just told his family, like, look, guys, I'm okay. I ain't suicidal. Don't y'all worry about me. Let me go ahead and do this. It'll be all right. He could have hit him with the motherfucking with the everything be all right Irish. He could have hit him with that and just went on in the back and sat his ass down.
If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this.
Yeah, you did. You and the brothers. And you know what's funny? Look at his lawyer. Because his lawyer got a look on his face like, nigga, you lying. His lawyer is sitting there like, I think he's telling another lie. Watch. Watch the lawyer.
If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this. And I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself.
Look here, look at that. Look at that lawyer's face. Look, let me tell y'all something. It is a look, as a lawyer, it is your professional duty to support, I said duty. It is your duty to support your fucking client to the utmost, especially if he's speaking. He should be like a deacon on Easter Sunday. Amen. Yes, Pastor. Preach that thing. He's supposed to be sitting there like, right. Or right, he should have been there like, facts. I think he just said another fact, Your Honor. He should have been sitting there the whole time like, yeah, you right, Jussie. Calm down, but yeah, I get it, bro. Yeah, they fucking us over, man. That's what he should have been doing. That motherfucker sitting there like, he got that, you know that emoji where the eyes be looking over to the side like this? He got that shit going right now. He knows he's full of shit. And I get the fact, hey, you a lawyer, you here to get checked and do your job, but goddamn, man, I'm sure you getting paid enough to where you could at least gave some facial support. That nigga look on his face, he looking like, yeah, this nigga go lying again. Left Third said, you don't understand the rant. Left Third, this is what you call grandstanding. He's doing this for a clip, for his television Lifetime movie that's going to come out. That's exactly what the fuck he's doing. This is a fucking show right now. And my thing is, if I was the judge, I ought to hit that gavel and be like, hey, man, you better calm your ass down because you ain't going to make no fucking mockery out of my courtroom. Fuck that shit. You ain't gonna do that here. This ain't your stage, bitch. This mine. This my stage. See, a lot of motherfuckers don't realize judge, motherfucker in that courtroom, inside them four walls, judge can do what the fuck he want and pretty much say what the fuck he want. If that was me, and I know I made the mistake somewhere in my life, I should have been a judge or I should have been a psychologist. I should have been one of the two. I would have been a damn good judge. Because I'd have hit that gavel like, hey, hold on, man. Hold on. Now, I'm going to let you speak, but tread lightly. Don't be grandstanding and don't be yelling up in here. This is my courtroom. You ain't going to bring none of them white boy tactics up in my courtroom. You ain't going to put my courtroom in no do-lo twist, motherfucker. That's what I would have said. You understand me? You ain't gonna come up. Only people that can come up in my courtroom and yell is Chef Talk and Carcino. That's it. Y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna be up in my court. Put my court no do-lo twist. The fuck? Shit. That lawyer though, that shit's priceless.
And you must all know that. I respect you, Your Honor. I respect your decision. Jail time.
Look, he got that look on his face like, nigga, why is you doing this? He looking like, nigga, why is you doing this, nigga? Didn't you just hear he only gave you 150 days? Like, shut the fuck up. He like, okay. He like, okay.
And to clarify, Smollett will serve half of that 151-day sentence. But as Dana said at the onset,
you hear that? All this shit over 75 days. Now, let me tell you, I don't know of no nigga that I've ever come across to have ever had this type of crime or committed this type of crime. But I can tell you this. I know plenty of niggas that would kill another nigga to just do 75 days for the crime they initially committed. Yes, you heard what I said. I know niggas that committed a crime and would go commit another crime to just only serve 70 days. He's doing all of this over 70 days, y'all. I mean, come on. This is ridiculous. This is unfucking believable. All of this, his family, his friends, this is an outrage. You can't shame him like this in 2022. All because of 70 days. I'd have been like, man, if you don't take your punk ass in that back and do this time and shut the fuck up. But no. And this is my biggest point of this whole show. We don't, as black folks. Shout out to my man, Mr. Maxwell. Hit your boy with $3. Appreciate it. This is my point. We have this thing as black folks. We don't want to be responsible for the shit that we do, and we don't want nobody to hold us accountable for the shit that we do or say. And my thing is this. This is a privileged motherfucker. Jussie Smollett is a fucking millionaire. He's at least worth several $1 million. He was getting paid $2 million a year from fucking Power. I mean, not Power, Empire. After taxes and shit like that, he's probably walking away with about $1 million easy, a little bit over $1 million. And this motherfucker is sitting here going through all of this, a millionaire. It just goes to show that even when niggas are privileged, even when niggas have some status, and especially when niggas have just a little bit of a celebrity, they still don't want to be held accountable or responsible for their fucking actions. They still don't want to deal with it. And that shit is just fucking mind-boggling to me. You did this, sir. You did it. You mastermind and poorly directed one of the worst B movies of all fucking time, but nevertheless you did it. Why not just shut the fuck up, man? You got a slap on the wrist. And I know your wrist is already broken, but goddamn. Yeah, it may hurt a little bit to slap a broken wrist, but goddamn. What you gonna do? Go in here and sit down and do your days? I mean, that's just the worst thing. You don't want to be around that much dick and butt. Around a lot of dick and butt. Come on, man. Yeah, Jussie Smollett is a prison slut. This is ridiculous. Shout out to Tommy Sotomayor with the Travis Tritt. Yes. You still think I'm crazy? Yes, motherfucker, we do.
Judge James Lynn was strong. He chose his words carefully, calling Jussie Smollett arrogant, a narcissist, and that he brought this on himself, that he ultimately, at least on the outset, had it all. He had a great career and chose to do this. And Judge Lynn talked about a lot of the ironies in this case, that Jussie did volunteer much of his time volunteering and a lot of his money to foundations, to organizations that do
shout out
forward,
to my man James Grant. Hit your boy with
social justice
$5.
issues.
He held court in court. Exactly. He held court in court. And my thing is like, dude, you're going through all of this to what end? I mean, I understand that. And here's the thing. And I will say this. I know that he was trying to stay relevant and he thought maybe his career he was falling off, or he might have been cut from the show, wasn't as popular. But the thing is, dude, you got to realize this. Opportunities come and go. Look at how long it took for fucking Terrence Howard he hasn't even had consistency in movies. And he been in the game way longer than your ass. So I understand you seeing what it is and you're trying to stay on. But dude, you got to realize you're young enough and have been in several of movies to where you would have gotten another role somewhere else. It's okay to walk away or to get, sent off of fucking Empire. It ain't like Empire is just the greatest fucking show ever. It's not like you was on fucking Law and Order or some shit like that. It was Empire, dude. The shit was getting terrible anyway. It wasn't nothing but a bunch of fucking, it got to the point where it was just a bunch of bullshit ass twists and plots and a bunch of fucking gay sex going on. Nut to butt, but you ain't no punks. That's all that shit was. That's all the shit was. So the show was getting terrible to where I stopped watching it. I don't know how many seasons they had of that shit because it ran for a minute, but I want to say it was around maybe season 3 where I was like, all right, I'm done. When they had the season that Demi Moore was on there was the last, I said, baby, we got to stop watching this because I was watching it with my wife. That was one of our, things that we spend time together. We watch certain shows and shit together. And I was just like, man, fuck this. I'm done. I cannot. It's like, come on, dude. Now let's watch this bitch, Kim Foxx, tell even a bigger fucking lie.
Exclusive interview with Cook County State's Attorney Kim Foxx. She says the justice system failed Jussie Smollett and worries about the lasting impact this case could have on prosecutors across the country.
Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this.
For 3 years, the case of actor Jussie Smollett has kept the city of Chicago, and the nation for that matter, holding its collective breath. What was to happen to the actor who falsely claimed being attacked for being gay in the wee small hours of a cold January night?
Look at them brothers. That believe that is us on the camera.
On Lower North Water Street.
He is a victim, and we treat him like a victim.
A month later, we'd find out from police that Smollett had faked the entire assault. Cook County State's Attorney Kim Foxx would bring charges against Smollett.
Another rich bitch that needs a fucking makeover. That bitch looked like Magic Johnson's son with a motherfucking wig on. I don't understand why we got so many of our black women that make a good amount of money. I mean, that's getting paid, and they will not do nothing about their fucking look. God damn. I mean, come on, y'all. Shit. It's too much fucking makeup and shit out here like this, man, to just be, God damn it. And you know you ain't easy on that. Like, I'll give you a prime example. I'm going to give you a prime example. So a motherfucker won't think that I'm just full of shit. Oprah Winfrey. If you ever get to see Oprah Winfrey with no makeup on God, she looked just like Celie. I mean, not Miss Celie, but old Sophia from The Color Purple. I truly believe that in the movie Color Purple, they just didn't put no makeup on her for her to look like old Sophia, Miss Sophia. But when you see Oprah on the show, when she on, she maximizes her look. You can't make her look no better than what she looked like when you see her on TV. She's maximizing it. Don't mean that she has to be really pretty or just super beautiful. No, she's not. Oprah is a billionaire and all that good shit, but on her best day, she's a 5. I get it. But she looks presentable every time you see her. And she should. She is on television and she's a fucking billionaire. From her clothes to her face, her hair, makeup, that shit is flawless. Michelle Obama, another one. Michelle Obama is a 6 on her best day. But she always looks presentable. Always look presentable. Her teeth look like a mosh pit, but everything else, her clothes, her hair, and her makeup, she maximizes her look. She push it to the limit. You can't make her look no damn better. You can't. But she maximizes it. Why won't she do that? Why won't Lori Lightfoot do that? Find you a fucking image consultant. Find you a fucking a hair and makeup artist and get your shit right so when you do get in front of these lights, which you know is inevitable for you to do, you can be your best self.
But would eventually recuse herself after receiving a call from a member of Smollett's family. As the case turned into a media frenzy, behind the scenes, it would be...
That was 3 years ago. She done put on some weight like a motherfucker. Damn, I didn't even notice that. That's 3 years ago. And look at her ass now. Coming out feeling about 50 pounds heavier.
Be one of the worst chapters of...
What? Do y'all see that? Look at that.
Actually recuse herself after receiving a call from a member of Smollett's family. As the case turned into a media frenzy...
Look at this. This ain't me doing no trick photography or nothing. Watch this. It's like night and day. It's like night and day. Even though the darkness does not always last. What's that shit from? You can't. What is that shit? I gotta hear it now. God damn. What that motherfucking down there to say? Even though. Hold on, I can't let y'all hear because it's gonna flag me. Here we go. Here we go. I ain't shit.
You are not ready for the day. It cannot always be night.
Behind the scenes, it would be one of the worst chapters of the state's attorney's career.
Even though you're not ready for the day, it cannot always be night. Jesus Christ. Boy, if that's what that job do to you, I don't never want to be no DA. God damn. Do you see that?
There is nothing that I will do here today.
Actually recuse herself after receiving a call from a member of Smollett's family. As the case turned into a media frenzy, behind the scenes,
look at her.
It would be one of the worst chapters.
You know the nighttime, night and day is the right time, night and day to have night and day. Such a ugly mug, night and day. Oh, baby, now night and day. Oh, baby, night and day. Because the nighttime, night and day. Oh, it's the right time, night and day, to have an ugly mug, night and day, night and day, baby, 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 whoa, goddamn, baby. God damn.
Of the state's attorney's career.
There is nothing that I will do here today that can come close.
That bitch went from wide receiver to defensive end, nigga, overnight. That bitch need a corset for her face. Like, you got to tighten this corset up, girl. God damn.
The damage you've already done to your own life.
On Thursday, Judge James Lynn sentences Smollett to 150 days in jail, ordering him to pay a little over $120,000 in restitution and slapping on a $25,000 fine. Thursday, Foxx pins an op-ed in the Chicago Sun-Times where she calls the Smollett case a failure of our justice system.
So, I want you just to pay attention to the shit that she says. And you know what was most shocking to me? This is a fucking lawyer who's going to make the point she's going to make. No fucking factual evidence as to why this motherfucker should not have been found guilty. Just listen.
Citing a mob mentality against black women elected prosecutors. Friday morning, Foxx and I sit down for this exclusive television interview to explain. What do you mean mob mentality against black female prosecutors?
In this case, it's been 3 years for a class 4 felony where a decision was made. And for the last 3 years, there's been this deliberate attempt to upend the decision that my office made. And if
so basically, she didn't want to prosecute this nigga at all. That was her position. Like, fuck that. Nope, let him go. Let him do the fuck you want to do. It is what it is. Go on ahead.
Feels unprecedented, and it feels...
She said it feels. This is a fucking lawyer talking about it feels. Fuck, here's the facts. Fuck, here's the precedent. Fuck, here's the case, the exact same case that happened, 4 years prior, and this is what the verdict was. Fuck, here's the fucking case that happened 10 years prior, and it was actually thrown out. Fuck all that. Nope, it feels, and it feels, and it feels, and it feels.
Personal.
Gio, is that
Racist?
you?
Mr. Smollett was given 150 days in Cook County Jail. Last time, the special prosecutor had a case of R.J. Vaneco, the man who was accused of punching and killing someone. He got 60 days in jail. You punch.
You hear that? Let's hear that one more time.
Last time, the special prosecutor had a case of R.J. Vaneco, the man who was accused of punching and killing someone. He got 60.
She said the man who was accused of punching and killing someone. No details about the case. No what actually happened. No if he did it on purpose. No if it was done by accident. No if they was playing around. None of that. None of that at all. It's just
days in jail. You punch and kill someone and get 60 days in jail. You lie about a hoax in which you are the victim, which is not to dismiss it, but you get 150.
And here's my thing. With her being a lawyer, she knows better. But if you're trying to spin a narrative, you will leave out the information and just give the verdict. If you know, as an attorney, if you know this entire story won't support my narrative, I'm only going to put in the parts that will. Oh, okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure, bro, before I made you a mod. Yeah, because I ain't gonna have you out here. You gotta make my little brother a mod, yeah. But there's no way that you're gonna do that and not say, well, hey, here's what happened in this case. And then say he only got 60 days. Because we don't know if this was done by an accident. We don't know if this was done because of, some other extenuating circumstances. We don't know none of that shit. None of it, nothing at all. We don't know. But she won't say. So if we don't know it, we ain't never seen this case. We don't know nothing about this case. And if we don't know it and you know it, wouldn't it be mighty lawyerish of you to give the facts about it? I bet money that is some bullshit with this case, and there's some important shit that she just so happened to conveniently leave out. How often do you hear of a man punching, it looked like a child, and that child dies, and a motherfucker only gets 60 days? Just from what she said. Not it was an accident, not there was a mishap, not they was playing around and he had a heart condition. You don't know what the fuck happened. And I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. And I was going to look it up, but I know what the fuck I'm dealing with. I know an ain't shit bitch when I see one. And the fact of the matter that she being a fucking lawyer, and not just a lawyer, but the district attorney for the fucking state attorney, bitch. You don't bring no evidence. You don't bring any details about a case, but you making a reference to it. I know you fucking lying. I know that you're leaving out some pertinent shit. I know it. You just wanted to bring up the fact that somebody died and he only got 60 days. I know it's some other shit going along with that. But it is what it is. This is how motherfuckers spin the narrative. This is how motherfuckers spin that bullshit to make what they did less than what the fuck it is. What they did, what they said, what they gained. This is ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous.
And so what I would say is that Cook County's criminal justice system has had racial disparities throughout. And this is a clear example of what that racial disparity looks like.
You are actually throwing a national pity party for yourself.
Why?
So fuck the fact that this bitch has released and not prosecuted the most niggas that have actually committed violent crimes ever. The most ever. Violent crime. The motherfuckers that over the past 3 years, 4 years, I think she's been in office, 4 years. The most violent crime, the most motherfucking committed violent crime ain't been this high in years in Chicago alone. And this bitch ain't prosecuting nobody. Niggas are actually getting out of jail, going to jail, getting out, and committing another crime before their case even gets called. That's what she's doing. The police have said it. The mayor have said it. The fucking chief of the superintendent have said it. They've all talked about how lenient this bitch has been on violent offenders. We ain't gonna even get into the petty shit. Just violent criminals alone. People who have committed violent crimes, shootings, stabbings, beatings, all that shit. She's been the most lenient and ain't been locking up nobody.
Why did the judge admonish him as he did?
I have not seen in my tenure as state's attorney.
Look at all that shit on her. Look, I'm gonna say it like this. Here's a piece of advice for you, Kim. Get you a black or a brown, real true dark brown, or a black face towel. Make it fancy. Do like the preachers do. Make it fancy and put your name on it and put your initials on it or some shit like that. And in between, when you're not speaking, pat your fucking forehead. You look like your forehead like you done got anointed with fucking olive oil. Look at all of that shit on her fucking face. Like, stop. You know, and she must be a sweater, and that's cool. I get it. You under the hot lights. I understand that. Take you a really nice quality fucking black towel or a dark brown towel, because I know you got on a bunch of fucking bronze and foundation and shit, and that's cool. I get it. But in between, when you're not speaking and you know you hot, take that towel and just pat. That's all you got to do. Pat it a little bit. Hit your nose area and hit your forehead. That's all you got to do. Hit this area and you good. Because it make it look like you just a greasy bitch, and I know that ain't it. You may be greasy in the figurative sense, but not in the literal sense. Take that towel and just pat it. God damn it. I don't know shit about makeup, but I'm giving you tips. That's a goddamn shame when a nigga like me is giving your ass tips. Wait, I don't know if Tom Leach is right or not, but he says, oh shit, it was a drunken fight. The guy fell, hit his head, and died 11 days later. It was a cold case for 6 years, and he pled guilty to involuntary manslaughter before he was going to stand trial. There it is. If that's true, I don't know if that's true or not, but if that's true, that totally explains it. But you see how she conveniently left all that shit out. Conveniently just left it out. That's it. Okay, if that's it, hey, I'm even willing to go with that. But it's like, come on. How are you comparing the two? Two motherfuckers that were actually in a fight. It ain't like he jumped on this motherfucker. They got into a fight. And I will say this, that shit happens a lot. And that is what the fucking case usually turns out to be. Involuntary manslaughter. And for someone who is probably a first-time offender, ain't never committed no crimes and got a clean record, that's some shit they will probably get. 6 months. 60 days.
Helicopters flying overhead. The scrum of cameras, whether it was on the first bond hearing date or yesterday.
Well, you had R. Kelly. You had similar.
R. Kelly had an arrest warrant out for him, and the spectacle around that. But that was for allegations of sexually abusing multiple women. That was for allegations of sexual assault. This was allegations that he perpetrated a hoax. And I think the energy, and people have...
Ain't it funny how she mentioned the word hoax instead of a hate crime? Did anybody catch that? Anybody? Did anybody catch that? How it's now not a hate crime that he perpetrated. It's a hoax. I know. But just think. Before, it was a hate crime when they thought that the MAGA folks did it. But now that we found out that his punk ass did it with the brothers, now it's just a hoax.
Bing bang.
Now it's just a hoax? Really? That's what we doing? That's what it is now, huh? I'm just saying, why would she say that? If it was a hate crime that he actually committed, why would it go from hate crime to now hoax? That's how you, when I talk about the overlay for the underlay, that's the spin. That's the bullshit.
Had really strong a hoax. That was for allegations of sexual assault. This was
allegations
that he perpetrated a hoax. And I think the energy, and people have had really strong emotions about this case, from the President of the United States to the FOP and folks in between.
Jussie Smollett took advantage of the pain and anger of racism to promote his career.
He was made an example of.
But who is the example being made of, and for what?
I think part of it, the example is being made for prosecutors who decide not to do what's traditionally done. I think part of this is, the decision that I made, and it was not acceptable to some, and we're going to show you what an alternate disposition would be. Is sending you to prison or sending you to jail for 150 days, is that what accountability looks like when we don't do that on other Class 4 felonies? We don't.
Here's the thing, and this is why I said I would have gave his ass a 6-month sit down. Because if this was actually true, if this really did happen, then what we would be saying is that we would want to throw the book at this motherfucker. If it was actually 2 white boys that were MAGA supporters, we not only want to crucify them, we want to crucify Trump. We would want to charge Donald Trump if this shit was actually true, because they wore fucking MAGA hats, which is as fucking idiotic as just like saying if them niggas had Chicago Bears hats on, then we got to blame the Bears for this shit too. The Bears was a part of a hate crime. That's exactly what we would be doing. Do you realize that if this had actually happened and it was 2 white boys that did this to him, do you realize the amount of fucking prosecution they would want? They would want to give these motherfuckers life. 20 years. Don Love says, is his release considered black privilege? No, it's not considered black privilege. It's considered the law. He's on appeal, and he got released based on his appeal. Happens all the time. Happens all the time. So, and that's just me being fair. It's not black privilege. But I will say this. They have been so privileged that the one time something don't go their way, it's the most racial and egregious shit to ever happen. No factual data to back it up or to prove it. They just talking about how they feel, which is how most racist shit is done. It's all about feelings, and that's bullshit.
We don't do that on other Class 4 felonies. And so I think Mr. Smollett paid the price for people who wanted, who had a thirst for revenge.
Jussie Smollett has never shown
a thirst for revenge. Here's my thing. What is it that these people would have against Jussie Smollett? What the fuck has he done to anybody? What has he done to anybody? And if you want to, and it's all the pro-blacks out there that want to say, this is what they do to all black men, then here's my thing. Motherfucker, you should be even more cautious not to do some stupid shit like this if this is what you think. one, please. Oh, wrong one.
Bing bong.
You should be even more self-conscious and more careful to not do some shit like that if that's what you truly think. I think my bing bong is too loud. Lewis, he's supposed to pay $120,000. Just saying. You would think that that's exactly what would have happened.
To the city of Chicago an ounce of contrition. He's never once stood up to say, I'm sorry. He's never once stood up to accept responsibility for his criminal conduct. He has simply denied it, denied it, and denied it.
In August of 2019, a judge appoints former U.S. Attorney Dan Webb to investigate why Foxx's office eventually drops charges against Smollett.
Smollett?
No, Tom said, nah, that's wealth privilege because there are a ton of people serving sentences so short they couldn't possibly get an appeal done before. Yeah, if you got money, that's what I'm saying. Anybody who's black, she was saying black privilege. Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, if you got money, you can get through on this type of shit. You can get off on that kind of stuff. Yes. That's just the haves and the have-nots. That's class. That's what that is.
Was allowed to go free and basically give the finger to the city of Chicago. Judge Tooman decided that handling of that case was so inappropriate that a special prosecutor needed to be appointed. So I followed the directions of Judge Tooman and not the directions of Kim Foxx.
That special prosecutor's charge was to determine whether or not I had improper contact with Mr. Smollett's family and whether or not I had a role in the outcome of the case.
And she here's the thing, and I'm not saying that this don't happen, but the reason why people got on her ass was because there's rumored to be a call from the White House at that time when the Obamas were in office. It was a thing, well, not in office, but it was a thing to where Michelle Obama didn't directly do it, but indirectly made some calls on this motherfucker's behalf, and she got involved. If you know people, you know people. But the thing is that she did what she could, but once the shit got discovered and they called that shit out, she had to go hands off, which is what it is. Do I think white folks have done that for each other? Hell yeah. The privilege that, what's the white boy that killed Trayvon Martin? What's his name? Goddamn. Zimmerman. The shit that George Zimmerman got away with and the privilege he got because his daddy was a judge. Yeah. That shit happens all the time. And the shit happened for him. Kamala too, exactly. He had plenty of people on his side making calls on his behalf, pulling strings for him. Absolutely. Anytime you got the NAACP writing letters for you, you got Operation Push writing letters for you, you got all of this, then absolutely that's what it is. That's just what it is. It just didn't work. You didn't have enough juice. That's all that was.
In a TV interview, Webb explains why he took on the case for the Chicago Police Department and the city.
The prosecutors who handled this case, Joe Magatz and Risa Lanier, both of them have handled police officers who were murdered in the line of duty. And I want to lift that up. They knew how to handle a class 4. And so I'll take the shots. I'm the elected official.
Did you look like you done took the shots?
What I won't allow is for the denigration of the men and women who do this work.
Foxx laments that racial disparities still linger within the criminal justice system and admonishes those who cringe when she continues to bring it up.
What has been interesting about my time, when I say that there are racial disparities, it's...
Hold on, Milton Burns says he is the nephew of Kamala Harris' sister, husband. A lot of people don't know that. So you saying Kamala Harris's sister's husband is Jussie Smollett's uncle? Wow. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm just saying. Yeah, it was through, right, Boss of Queen said it was through Michelle Obama's chief of staff, Tina Tetchen. Yes. That's how she got involved, because I did that. I talked about that in my in the story. You can go back and look on my channel, and you can see when I actually covered it when it first happened. Yes, that's who it was. It was an indirect fault. She didn't make it herself, but definitely it was her motherfucking chief of staff that made some calls and got to that bitch right there and was like, hey, bitch, why don't you go on and make this shit go away? Your friend. Yep. He just didn't have enough juice. He didn't have enough people in high places to make all this shit go away.
So discomforting for people. There she goes talking about race. But I can't help but notice that when I go into 26 in California, the overwhelming majority of victims are Black and brown. The overwhelming majority of defendants are Black and brown. And there's something that tells me, because I know Black and brown people aren't inherently more dangerous than anybody else. I know that to be a fact.
That's a lie. The lie detector determined that's a lie.
There have been a lot of lies said around this dinner table here tonight, but that you can't believe.
There is actually statistical data that shows that Black folks commit the most violent crimes. And I don't know why pro-Blacks and why niggas in general don't want to believe that stat, but it's true. And even if you think that the white numbers are inflated as white folks making these numbers, look at the crimes that's happening in your city, especially in the major cities, in the major urban democratic cities. Look at those numbers. Look at the news. If you got 56 people being shot on a Friday in Chicago, you telling me them white folks doing that? When was the last time you saw a bunch of white people shoot up a funeral? When was the last time you saw some white folks shoot up a club? When was the last time you saw some white folks shoot up a baby shower? When was the last time you saw some white folks shoot up a birthday party? When was the last time you saw some white folks shooting up a graduation party? When was the last time you saw some shit like that? You don't see it. When was the last time you saw some white folks shooting at a gas station? You don't see it. When it comes to violent crimes, niggas are doing the most. That's just it. They winning, holding it down, killing the game. Top of the world, ma, whatever you want to call it. So look at the stats. Look at what's happening in your neighborhood. Look at what's happening in the community, and it tells you the flat out truth from there. My logic is undeniable.
We have to do the work and look at the disparities.
And back to the Smollett case, which she feels has carved what could be an indelible scar on the city of Chicago and her office.
The fascination, 3 years around this case, we'll be examining for years. And I hope so, because in that time period, the cases of missing Black women that don't get the attention, the victims who have to walk past that scrum to go to their courtrooms.
Why she keep saying the word scrum?
And who may feel that their pain and trauma isn't newsworthy. I hope we examine why we were so fixated on this case.
And don't count.
And that's a good point, and I can answer that for you, Kim Foxx. The reason why people are so fixated on this case, because it's the first time that I've ever seen some niggas commit their own hate crime and paid some Nigerians, also known as the brothers, to do the shit. I can't remember a time. I can't recall a time of that happening. And clearly, if there had been a precedent for this case, she would have cited it. She would have said it. That's why so many people are paying attention to this. Yes, scrum is like the crowd. It's the lineup of cameras and news people and shit. That's what she means by scrum. The scrum of news cameras. That's the whole line of media and all that stuff. But I've never ever heard of this happening before. Even when the race car driver talked about the noose hanging up at the damn race car thing, that wasn't this. It just wasn't. And even when they figured out that that wasn't a noose and it was just the fucking thing they used to pull down the whatchamacallit, the FBI had to investigate that and they proved it. But the thing is, this is something that has never happened before. Ain't no nigga ever committed or never paid to have some niggas commit a hate crime against him. Ain't nobody ever did that shit. That's the first time. I challenge somebody to find something that happened that was like just like this. Fact checker says Smollett isn't related to Kamala's sister's husband, but they can't prove that he isn't either, so it's very possible. Okay, whatever. Fact of the matter is he knew the motherfuckers and they made calls for him. I ain't even mad at it.
Kim Foxx out for another run at the state's attorney's office. She did not say yes, and she did not say no.
I'd be surprised if that bitch win again. It'd be a daisy if you do. But that was pretty much my thing with this, and what I wanted to drive home is that why are we the ones that's always trying to get out of the shit that we know is obvious? I ain't mad at you for trying to get off in court and all that kind of shit. You don't want to serve no time. I get it. And I even understand the fact that nobody really got hurt in this. Nobody got hurt in this. So, and that's why I say I didn't think the motherfucker needed to do some real time. But I do think that he needed a timeout. I didn't think he needed to go sit down for no motherfucking 2 years or no shit like that. Nope. He lied, paid some money, wasted some resources, and had some police officers that put their lives on the line out in the fucking coldest day of the year during the coldest time of the day. It don't get no colder than 2 o'clock in the motherfucking morning. If I was a police officer outside 2 o'clock in the morning conducting an investigation, knocking on doors, outside looking for evidence and getting fucking frostbite, I want to fuck Jussie Smollett ass up once I found out he lied. Nigga, do the shit in the summertime. I'm just saying. Fuck that. You gotta realize that these motherfuckers, you just can't do some shit like this because we make such a big deal about hate crimes. We make such a big deal about shit that goes against the LGBT LMNOP. Somebody do something to them, we want to string the motherfucker up and hang him from the gallows in the middle of the goddamn Times Square. So as much as we want to motherfucking crucify somebody for the shit that they do, how dare you make the shit up and use that? That's why I think that they should throw the fucking, like when they accuse motherfuckers falsely, when people get falsely accused of rape, I think you should have to do a mandatory 5-year sentence. Bitch, you cry rape, you get a rape kit done, you say that motherfucking Willie Brown raped you and all that good shit, and you lock him, and they lock his ass up, and it turns out that you lied on Willie, then they should motherfucking put your ass in jail for 5 years minimum. Mandatory. You gotta serve 5. Fuck that. Because that would make people realize that, hey, even if this motherfucker don't get found guilty now, if I lied, then I gotta go. I gotta go sit down. Or do it to where however long that person's in jail is how long you gotta be in jail. You gotta do that time. That's what I would say. Because that in itself is motherfuckers are allowed to ruin people's lives just because they lied. Like that motherfucker on Home Power. I didn't lie, you lied. If you gonna lie and they catch you in your fucking lie, your ass need to go sit down. That's only fair. If I take away 4 years of your life, 3 years of your life, 2 years of your life, I should have to go sit my ass down and do the exact same time. Because if I didn't lie, your ass wouldn't have been in jail. And if it happened to me and I got raped or whatever the case may be, then yes, prove it wrong. If ain't enough evidence, fine. But if I convict your ass and I lied, and if I convict you, if I get your ass convicted and your ass and they find out that I didn't do, that you didn't rape me, your ass, I should have to go sit down. Fuck that. It's only fair. And we have a problem with that as black folks, being fair. We think we can just do whatever the fuck we want to do because we a nigga, because we gay, or because we rich. And my thing is, when you doing that and you using it under the guise of something like this, civil rights being violated, is racial, or it's a hate crime against a gay person, then yeah, they should motherfucking get your ass. Pay your fucking fine, sit your ass down if you want to lie, motherfucker. If they'll lock Lil' Kim ass up for fucking perjury, they should lock this nigga up, plain and simple. And that bitch had money too. We have got to take ourselves seriously, especially when we fuck up ourselves. Why is it so hard for black people to hold themselves accountable and responsible for the shit they do? Why is it hard for us as a community, as a collective, as a group, to hold each other accountable for the shit that we do? We can never grow and we can never build if we're not willing to be accountable and responsible for our actions. We just can't. It doesn't work that way. People will not take us serious. People will not try to understand us. People will not try to sympathize or empathize with us if we don't do it our own goddamn self. It's like asking people to give your children something that you won't give them. I want y'all to do the shit that I won't do. That's the kind of shit we telling people. I want y'all to go do trading and coding, but I ain't gonna do it. I want you to buy a Subaru instead of a Porsche, but I ain't gonna do it. I want you to not wear high fashion clothes, but I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna go wear it though. I don't want you to drink water when you on live with me, but I'm gonna do it. I don't want you to say nothing about me, but I'm gonna say something about you. You know what that sounds like? It sounds just like the liberal democratic agenda. I want all y'all to wear masks, but I ain't gonna do it. I want all y'all to go get the shot, but I ain't gonna go get it. That's exactly what motherfuckers do. And when you sit there and be like, yeah, okay, and don't call that shit, I say, hold on, wait a minute, motherfucker. You ain't doing it. That's a problem. It discredits your whole fucking stance. Right, do as I say and not as I do. Well, who the fuck are you, asshole? It's just like, I'll be like, what if they, I want motherfuckers to just be able to articulate themselves and speak facts and talk truth, and I don't do it. That was just like with the whole succession in the line of the presidency thing. I was hell-bent on my position and thought that I was right until I went and researched and saw that I was wrong. I could have not said nothing, right? What did I do? Very next show, top of the show, soon as I came live, I went live, I said, hey, I did some research and I was wrong. Why? Because I want everybody else to be able to do the same exact thing. That's what it's called. That's how you build. That's called being fair. If I want to be fair and I want to be righteous, I have to do it myself. I have to be able to hold myself accountable. If somebody's going to argue a point against me and argue my stance or my position, and I don't have the clear facts stated in right then and there, it's my job to go and get it and to figure that part out. And when I'm wrong, say that I'm wrong. If I misspoke, say that I misspoke. There's nothing wrong with that. If I misquote somebody or misquote something, hey, look, let me acknowledge that I did that. Because even though I'm wrong, it adds to my credibility when I am right. Ooh, there it is, Jim Johnson. He said that's because you have integrity and most people don't. I ain't no better than the next motherfucker, but I try to be better. I try to be the best version of myself. I can fuck up tomorrow. I can say something wrong tonight. But I'm more than willing to be able to be corrected. I'm more than willing for someone to show me a different point of view that makes more sense than what I'm saying and say, yeah, I get it. Damn, I didn't think about it that way. Everybody can't think about it all 130,000 different ways that somebody can. But when somebody does have something that actually does make sense, when somebody does say something that actually does make sense, that's logical and is proven and is supported by facts, why the fuck wouldn't you want to go with that? And you know why? Because it don't feel good. You know why? Because the truth sounds like hate to those people that hate the fucking truth. That's why. Yes, I do my research and I do know what it is that I'm talking about and the position that I have and the stance that I take on things. But my thing is, I know that nothing's 100%. I know that I'm just, it's not like I think that I'm infallible. I don't think that. But the things that I do know and the things that I do believe, I stand firmly on it and I speak to it and I tell you why. Not just, I feel like it's an attack on black women. Well, can you prove it? Can you show me? Can you give me some data? No, I'm just saying I just feel that way, It is what it is, man. I hope that this video helps somebody become a better version of themselves. I hope that when somebody watches this, that they will even think differently about not just the accountability and the responsibility that Jussie Smollett needs to fucking adhere to and embrace, but that they can do it with themselves, with their friends, their families, their associates, their coworkers. Do the right thing. How about that? How about taking that position? How about being, as opposed to being pro-black, how about being pro-righteous? How about being pro-fact? How about being pro-logic? Don't that sound good? I know a lot of people ain't gonna catch that. Don't being pro-logic sound good? God damn, it's a good cigar. I love y'all, man, and I appreciate each and every last one of you, man. I really do. Even the dumb fucks, because the dumb fucks that tune in, hopefully, just hopefully one day, this shit will click for them and they can get a better understanding and have a better life. I hope that you guys have a good night. If you're watching this on the replay, please click the like button, click the subscribe button, and definitely click that PayPal or that Cash App button. Matter of fact, let me just double check because I know people. There we go. Cash App just came up. Literally the only show I support. Thank you so much. Who sent me that? I love y'all. My man, Matt. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. I really do. I try my best, guys. I do. I can't go live like I really want to all the time. And I know it's other things that I got to do in life. It's hard being a daddy and a husband and all that good stuff. But I really do try to do this because this matters and it means something to me. Shout out to Glenda Smiles. Thank you so much, Glenda. Hit your boy with 25 bucks. Thank you. I appreciate that. But this means something, man. It really does. It means something because it's the right thing to do. I'm all about being righteous, man. Shout out to my man, Meat Zero. Hit your boy with 10 bucks. Thank you so much. My man, Mr. Maxwell, hit your boy up with $3. Thank you so much. And my man, James Grant, hit your boy with $5. Thank you. What did that say? Possible active shooter at my job right now. God damn. Man, brother, I hope you safe, man. If you can't get out, barricade yourself, man. Wow. Remind me my next show. Remind me to tell y'all the story. Not yesterday. Yesterday was Wednesday. No, yesterday was, well, it's now Thursday, but it was either Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. That was Tuesday, my wife's birthday. I was at work on my way to lunch, me and my brother Easy, and came not this close, but about that close to almost shooting somebody. I'm going to tell y'all that story. And I'm going to explain to y'all why it's always important to have it and to not need it than to need it and not have it. Yes, indeed. But I'll definitely tell y'all that story the next time I go live. Yeah, it was a doozy. But I thank you guys for your time. I thank you guys for supporting me. Shout out to Chef Talk. Shout out to Casino. Shout out to Thomas Sotomayor. Shout out to DJ Just J. Shout out to Tony D2 Wild. Shout out to Willie Brown's Hatchet. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Shout out to my boy Tommy though. That nigga has been going on a tear with this nigga. All facts. It's like, dude, I have such a respect for this nigga Tommy, the way that he can just go at a motherfucker with all facts. Slow walking them down, man, nigga. Why people fuck with this man, I have no idea. But they'll learn or they won't. But thank you guys. I love y'all. Till next time, peace, and I'm out. And I'm going to tell you like this. Always remember,
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Someone should have told you not to fuck with me.
yeah, baby. I love y'all, man. Peace.
What's going on, everybody out there in the internet world? It's me, Brian Redmond, also known as the Relationship Rehab. And I need you to do two things. What are those two things? Subscribing to both my channels. I need you to go.
And shout out to my motherfucking moderators. I love y'all. Peace.
Go to the Relationship Rehab, subscribe to that channel, and then I need you to go to United Guns of America and go to that channel. Now you may be asking, why would I do that, Brian? Because it's two of the hottest channels on the internet. Come over there, give me your thoughts, give me your opinions, have conversations, because that's what it's all about. We talk about some of everything: politics, relationships, guns, law enforcement, community stuff. Anything that's happening, I'm willing to have a conversation about it. So come on over. You don't got nothing else to lose, and you ain't got nothing else to do. So come to my channel, subscribe ASAP, and join in on the fun. Twice the entertainment, 2 channels, twice the fun. Come on and have a funky good time with your boy. Peace, and I'm out.